Adolescent girl depression is quite common among the teen years for many females. Although these girls seem to be more common than in boys according to statistics, it may only be the case because girls tend to seek out help more frequently than do boys. Boys who experience this disorder more likely act out through symptoms of anger, antisocial behavior, or aligning with a negative peer group. In order to determine whether or not depression is at the root of certain symptoms for both females and males, securing the help of a professional may be wise. There are also many online sources such as a depression quiz for teens that can provide general direction in determining the likelihood of this disorder. Symptoms can include behavioral, substance abuse or emotional withdrawal problems that may not appear to be pure depression. A depression quiz for teens will isolate many of these symptoms and make some answers apparent. Many symptoms are rooted in the more typical emotional responses for most people. This is a more pronounced emotional state that interferes in her productive living in some way. A feeling of hopelessness, despair, and sadness can plague any young person to the point that she cannot function normally day to day. She may not sleep well, may cry easily for no apparent reason, and may shut out those around her. A preoccupation with death displayed in her writings, music or clothing are obvious signs of emotional despair in many teens. In order to understand the symptomology, it is helpful to check with many online informational sources that offer depression quiz for teens and other helps. The causes can run the gamut of reasons, including problems at home, relationship problems at school, abusive experiences, hormonal changes and personal losses through death to a family member. Other traumatic events can also trigger adolescent girl depression, such as a family move from a comfortable environment, failure at a valued endeavor, and rejection from peers. Taking a quiz can help determine if there are typical factors that point toward adolescent girl depression in any teenage female. Typical signs are targeted in a depression quiz for teens, such as personal isolation, lack of motivation, boredom, low self-image, change in eating habits, lack of enjoyment in usual activities, and sensitivity to rejection. In order to help a sufferer, extend understanding and a caring attitude toward the teenager. This may not always be accepted by a sufferer, but it opens the door to a teen that allows them to know they are not rejected. Reaching these teens can be a complicated process, and sometimes this may take the help of a professional to sort out the root causes and best resolution tactics. There are times when resolving some issue can lead to diminishment or complete disappearance. Issues such as family problems or group rejection through peers can be difficult because there are times when changes are not possible at the causal level. A strategy of personal resolution and management of the problems are generally the most helpful to sufferers. Getting a girl to even admit she is having difficulties is helpful in using tools such as a casual depression quiz for teens that can be accessed through online sources. Many times this can provide an open line of discussion between parent and teen or professional counselor. Once there is an open line of communication, a plan for dealing with depression can be formed. Many problems with depression can be dealt with when a teen is open to a proper understanding of their standing with God. Realizing God's love, forgiveness and acceptance are major hurdles in receiving healing and direction for sufferers. Many counseling websites offer online help as well as professional counselors that can personally guide a teen through the murky waters of despair. Taking notice of changes is important to see the first signs of any adolescent girl depression in order to extend help to the hurting youth. Those who experience extreme depression are candidates for suicide, so it is necessary to take any signs seriously. 4 questions answered about teen depression. Teen depression is pretty common and it can affect anyone. Teen depression symptoms can at times seem almost like normal teen behavior. However, teen depression, if left untreated, can lead to suicide. How does depression affect teens? Teens with untreated depression are more likely to engage in risky sexual behaviors, leading to higher rates of pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases. Teens with depression seem to catch physical illnesses more often than other teens. Teens can develop feelings of worthlessness and inadequacy over school performance, social interaction, sexual orientation, or family life. Teens struggling with depression may experience an inability to think clearly, notice and remember details, and make good decisions. Teens struggling with depression may experience an inability to think clearly, notice and remember details, and make good decisions. Teens may feel that life is not worth living or worth the effort to even maintain their appearance or hygiene. Teens may become apathetic and drop out of clubs, sports, and other activities they once enjoyed. Are there treatments for teen depression? Treatment is good, but prevention is better. Treatment should include trying to understand the reason or reasons. Treatment for teenage depression does not differ greatly from adult depression, and is generally made up of a combination of psycho, or talk therapy and antidepressant medications. Even more frightening is that only about 30% of these children who are suffering emotional or mental turmoil are receiving any treatment for it. Depression in teens can be tricky, particularly when it comes to treatment options such as medication. There are a number of treatment options for depression in teenagers, including one-on-one talk therapy, group or family therapy, and medication. No one therapist is a miracle worker and no one treatment works for everyone. What role do friends play? Friends or others need to step in if someone seems severely depressed and isn't getting help. Teenage girls' somewhat stronger dependence on social ties, however, can increase the chances of teen depression being triggered by social factors, such as loss of friends. Yes, the teen years are tough, but most teens balance the requisite angst with good friendships, success in school or outside activities, and the development of a strong sense of self. Offer to take your teen out with friends or suggest social activities that might be of interest, such as sports, after-school clubs, or an art class. Depressed teens typically rely on their friends more than their parents or other adults in their lives, so you may find yourself in the position of being the first, or only, person that they talk to about their feelings. What next? Finally, if they are exhibiting signs of teen depression, find out how to help them online. Do not let your child's teen depression go untreated. If left untreated, your child's teen depression could be catastrophic. If your teenager seems withdrawn and they have not been themselves, they may need help for their teen depression. Don't wait, get help or advice from a few different sources and take the approach that works best and seems to make the most sense for you or the teen in your life. Don't forget to share this video with those who can benefit from it. Like and subscribe to our channel for more helpful psychology content.